Whoa. Good morning, guys. I didn't really know if I was going to vlog, but I bought the camera anyway, just in case. I feel like I'm getting a cold. So, I'm in London. Very unexpected trip. My granddad passed away, so him and my family obviously live in the UK. It's my last grandparent, so it's my mum's dad. And yeah, it's just really bizarre. I mean, look, he was 90, so he's had a long, good life, and he hasn't deteriorated. He didn't deteriorate mentally in any way. So, you know, his memory was intact. You know, right up until he died, he was totally fine. You know, he's obviously been struggling for a little while with like health issues, but he's always pulled through. He's one of the strongest people I know. He had this attitude of kind of like, get over it. Do you know what I mean? Like, pull your socks up, get on with it, stop moping around. Like, he was very kind of like, very blunt, black and white, very active, didn't like not being in control, and didn't let anything stop him. His wife, my gran, passed away many years ago. And he's not ever let it stop him from doing things. He's always been out and about, always been going to see his friends. Right up until the last minute he was still driving, and you know, he was just really good like that. But he got pneumonia, and he deteriorated literally within days, and he was just gone in the hospital, obviously. So they kind of knew it was coming, like my family and that, and they were keeping us up to date in the UK. And then we genuinely thought he was going to pull through. Like, Bobby and I were like, he'll pull through, because every time he does. But it was just like, no, he didn't. And it's just really sad. I kind of had like up and down days. Like, I've been okay, you know, but I've had days here and there where I've like been quite emotional, and I've been thinking about it a bit much. I think for me what it is, it's not that it's unexpected, because I feel like we knew he's getting close because he's so old now, but it's the whole death thing that it's not like it, I don't have fear of it or anything, but I just find it crazy how someone can be here one minute and the next minute that's it. You will never ever hear from them, you'll never speak to them, you'll never hear their voice. That's it, you'll never see them walking around. And that is the part about death that really kind of gets me thinking a lot. But we are heading out now. We landed yesterday afternoon. We're going to head out to my granddad's house, where everyone is, my mum, my aunties and everything. Yesterday we just stayed at home and got some sleep, you know, tried to like get to bed at a decent enough time to be able to be fresh for today. And yeah, we're going to be there for the whole day. It's so cold here as well. I don't know what to expect today. I'm not good with this stuff, I'm going to be honest. I'm really not good. I hate funerals. I hate all that kind of stuff. I generally stay away from this kind of stuff, but obviously when it's like stuff like this, when it's so close, you kind of like, you know, you don't have a choice, and obviously, you know, you want to, I don't even know how to say it, it's not like you want to be there for the person because they don't even know, but you know, it isn't something you would miss. It's weird, isn't it? I just feel like funerals, I don't know, it's just bizarre. Funeral is on Tuesday. We're literally here just for a few days. Day after funeral, we're heading back home because it was unexpected. So we tried to cram in over a week's worth of work into a few days before coming out here, and had to organise Nico staying at boarding and stuff. So I just hope today's okay and not good with people crying and stuff like that. So I don't know what it's going to be like. I just hope it's a bit more kind of like remembering the good times as opposed to the opposite of that. So, yeah. Hey guys, so I know this vlog is a little bit different because obviously it doesn't have all the like, you know, b-roll and like, oh, I went here and look, I'm in a cafe here, blah blah blah. I just felt like it wasn't really that type of video that I wanted to do. We had the funeral yesterday and it was very emotional, but it was also nice in the sense that it went really well as it could go, considering it's a funeral. I think I've been more upset about the whole thing yesterday because it was like going to my granddad's house and then obviously he's not there. It was like saying bye to him and then going to the funeral and, you know, seeing him. He just looked like he was sleeping. It was really bizarre. I'm not good with this kind of stuff, and surprisingly, it was just it was very different. Like, I handled it a lot better than I thought I would. So all the grandkids did a speech, and basically, like, I'm the eldest from my mum's side. So, and this is, I don't know if I've mentioned before, but this is my mum's dad. And basically I did a speech on behalf of myself and my siblings. So we went up together and then I spoke, and then my cousins, they went up, and then one person from them did it. So it started with me as the eldest and then trickled down. I was so nervous about doing a speech because I just was getting a bit choked up, and but I do think that he would have been really happy to see us all do that kind of speech, like what the things that we said, and to hear the things that we've taken away from him. You know, like some of the wisdom and, you know, how much we appreciated the way that he was. And again, I can't remember what I even said on the first part of this vlog because it was like a few days ago and I feel like it's been such a whirlwind. But he was a very blunt and direct, straight to the point man, like literally no BS with him. What you see is what you get. And these are a few things I actually said as well, and that's why I wanted to keep the speech really just real, like what we thought. So I took a few things memories that my siblings had, and I just put them together in a speech, in what I said. And, you know, one of them was that this is the best way that I could describe him. He didn't tell you what you wanted to hear, but he definitely told you what you needed to hear. So he was just, you know, if you haven't done something that you probably should have done at this point in your life, he was just like, why have you not done it? Like, there's no excuses. Do you know what I mean? And it's just pretty amazing what he did with his life. Like, you know, he started a business and created a super successful business in Uganda. And then, obviously, when, you know, they all had to leave because of the president or prime minister, whatever they call it there, when he came into power, and they all had to leave. And basically, it was literally not a straightforward, like, you know, let's exit. It was like on the run, and had to leave all of his wealth, everything behind, and come to the UK and just start from scratch. So it's pretty crazy. But I think what was sad is when we went back to my granddad's house after the funeral, and it's just empty, and it's like, that's it, there's no one else living here now, because my gran died like over 20 years ago, and he's done so well, like, to reach 90 and still be fully there. All his memories are intact, you know. It wasn't like he was slowly like deteriorating You know, he was good. He would remember things, and he would still teach us things, and you know, his little words of wisdom. But it was just weird to go back, and I think what really got me yesterday was at the funeral. There was like a screen up, a couple of screens up, where they had all like just a slideshow of all like just family pictures, memories from back in the day. Like to recent, and that was what really got me. I was just looking at them like during the whole process, like, and I was just like, whoa, this is so crazy. And I think that's what made me sad, is remembering all those times and thinking it literally feels like the end of something, not just him, the end of something, because it, you know, he's my last grandparent. That's it. It's just such a bizarre feeling, and I find death so bizarre. Like, you're here, you're alive, you're talking, you know, everything, and then the next minute you're just... I know it's such a basic, obvious thing that I'm saying, but I just find it so crazy. So the other thing that was actually nice, which was seeing family. And it just really... Yesterday I was really thinking, not just yesterday, I think on the build-up to yesterday, is that there's so many people that have all got together, and nobody does that when the person's alive. It's like you all get together when someone dies. And you know what the crazy thing is? That's not going to change. I don't know if I've already mentioned this on the first part, like I said. I can't remember what I was saying in that. But I just find it really crazy that that's how life is, and it's just not going to change. It's just going to carry on that way. And it is so sad, but it was nice to see a lot of people, even under, you know, though it was under horrible circumstances. I just feel like as you get older, you really kind of appreciate and cherish the memories that you have. And I think that made me, I wouldn't say realise, because I've known this for a long time anyway, you really need to live in the moment. So I'm not going to say that's what made me realise. It just reminds you. You know, it's a reminder that you really need to live in the moment. But yeah, we are heading back today. Got a flight this evening, so I am literally just going to go and pack now. And then head back and get back to life, really.